everyone, welcome to another episode of Dan's album analysis and rating on Off the Charts. So it's Wednesday, where you, the viewer, is in charge of programming and reviews. So first of all, cheers to you all. Before we start off, if you do like this type of content, please like and subscribe, tell your friends, hit the little thumbs up and the little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. So today's suggestion comes from at Michael B 5150. So he suggested Jethro Tull Aqualung. Now, first things first, this was not in my comfort zone. I can tell you that right now. I put the album in my list, wish list, to buy when Michael B 5150 did the suggestion, which was a while ago. Sorry for the lateness, but then I used this album also for a previous episode where I did the band names based on actual people that are not in the band. So Jethro Tull was a 18th century agriculturist. As a kid, I thought this was Jethro Tull, the guy. So yeah, the album suggestion comes from at Michael B 5150. So if you're not familiar with the rules, you are allowed to make a suggestion in the comments, and I'm going to write it down in my list. If you want me to do an album analysis and rating of your choice, I just got to have the album. If I don't have the album, I'll let you know. And usually I put it in my wish list and get it eventually, like I did this one here. So this album came out in 1971 on Chrysalis Island, / island in Europe, and reprised in America, Japan, and Oceania, Australia, and New Zealand. There you go. I think that's what it comes down to. And also produced by Ian Anderson and Terry Ellis. Now, the players on this album are Ian Anderson on lead vocals, acoustic guitar, flute, production, Martin Barre, electric guitar, decent recorder, Jeffrey Hammond, whatever. No, Jeffrey Hammond is on the bass. I'm not gonna put those million. John Evan on piano, organ, and mellotron, and Clive Bunker on drums and percussion. Yeah, I copy pasted this off of Wikipedia, and I should have read the comments before going at it here. So, this is my first album of Jethro Tull, and I'm glad this one was suggested because I did know 3 songs, 2 of which were done as covers by many other bands there, so we'll get to that in a few there. But I was going into this going like, like Jethro Tull, blah, blah. Nothing against Jethro Tull, just not my cup of tea there. But I did enjoy most of this album here. So we'll go with song number 1, which is Aqualung, which is probably arguably their most popular song. For the first time, though, I actually went through the lyrics, and oh my God, talk about a song that did not age well, or I don't think you'd be able to sitting on a park bench, eyeing the little girls, snot coming out of, I was like, what is this? But there are some really cool, there's that memorable riff there, that one there. I'm gonna give it a 7. It's a good song. I don't love it. It kind of drags a little bit in the middle because there's an acoustic bit there, but when it does rock, I do enjoy the song there. So yeah, that one I'm gonna give a 7 out of 10. Next up, we have Cross-Eyed Mary. So I actually was one of those, like many other people, I'm sure, that first got their dose of Jethro Tull by hearing a cover, and this was the cover done by Iron Maiden off the Peace of Mind bonus tracks, if I remember correctly. Mm, I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's Peace of Mind. I'm sure of it now. Almost. But yeah, a great, and it's it's just like weird hearing that version first and then hearing the Jethro Tull version after. And that's when you kind of realize the what Jethro Tull was about the flute. And I'm gonna give this one an 8. I did, well, Maiden made me basically like the song. It's a weird little song, but I do enjoy the song a lot there. Yeah, 8 out of 10, and some great flute. You know, that's when it go. Maiden will go like with the two notes, but this guy will do it with the flute instead there. So that was cool. It's like, so think about it. If I'm gonna compare it to something there, like take the song "She" by Kiss, and then listen to the song "She" by Wicked Lester, which was pre-Kiss, which has lots of flutes in it. So I guess Wicked Lester at times sounded a lot like Jethro Tull. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for me for this one here. Then we've got Cheap Day Return, which is basically just an acoustic fluff song there. I was like, yeah, it's just there. I'm giving that one a 5 out of 10. Really, these little 1 minute and a half songs are just like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I wasn't crazy about Cheap Date Return, so I'm going to give that one a 5 out of 10. Next up, Mother Goose. And it starts off with some. I'm not a huge flute fan, okay? I'm going to say that right now. Um, but that intro to the song has some really cool flutes. I think it's mixed in with electric guitar, like doing the same thing too there. Mother Goose, I'm giving that one an 8 out of 10. It's, yeah, got great flute, and it's like a soft rock type of song. Like these guys, they're verging on rock, hard rock, definitely not metal. If and of course you'll go ask Metallica what they think of this band here, yeah. If you know, you know. Yeah, so Mother Goose, I'm going to give that one an 8. Wondering Aloud, another folk song right there, just acoustic guitar basically. Another 5 for me. Uh, I don't know. It's doesn't really do anything for me here. And last song has is Up to Me. So Up to Me, I gave that one a 7. So there's some flute again. Well, obviously there, and then the bass and the guitar follow. It starts off with. I did enjoy that one. Not great, but I did enjoy. Like there's some other songs that I enjoyed a lot more, which is on side 2 there. But yeah, Up to Me, I'm gonna give that one a 7 out of 10. Now we go to side 2, and this is where I had to buy this. Believe it or not, I bought this effing album twice because song 1 of side 2, My God, had a skip or two on it. I was like, oh. So here's copy number 2. This one works perfectly. But yeah, the song starts off. Side 2 starts off with My God. I guess side 1 is called Aqualung and side 2 is called My God. I didn't really get into the gist of what everything means there, but My God, and I. What's funny is I remember I went to see Jethro Tull live once with my friend Pascal and one of his other friends, and yesterday before I was starting to record, I'm like, what was the song that you really did not want to hear live because I think they were doing Aqualung, the full album or something like that. And I remember him and his friend were like, I hope they don't play that song. And Pascal tells me yesterday he thinks, oh, it's got to be My God. I'm like, okay. Well, My God, it can't be this song. Like, I'm actually giving this song a 9 out of 10. I thought it was so good. Good piano, and it's actually got is it Ian Anderson? Yeah, Ian Anderson's best vocals. And there's also some great flute again. The word flute probably scared me at the time. Now I listen to this, I'm like, okay, I get it now. It's not, it's different. It doesn't really bug me anymore, the flute there. But yeah, this one here, 9 out of 10, good piano and the best vocals of Ian Anderson with some great flute on this. So, yeah, I don't know, man, Pascal, we are not on the same page with this one. If that is indeed the song that you said was, well, you and your buddy Marc-André there is like, yeah, I really don't want to hear that song. So I'm like, well, it happens to be one of my favorites, actually, of the album. Next up, we have Hymn 43. Good little rocker. Giving that one a 7.5 out of 10. It's nothing really wow, but nothing bad. Just good, decent little rocker right there. Slipstream, that one, oh my God, that was a snooze fest and a half. I'm giving that one a 4, and that's being generous. It's basically a more folk song fluff, like these little 1 minute songs. Like, yeah, they'll hurt the average, but they're there. Like, we depending on the album, we usually count these little mini songs there. So yeah, Slipstream gets a 4 out of 10 for me for that. Locomotive Breath is next, so that's got to be one of the biggest or more covered songs from Jethro Tull. I knew the Wasp version, I knew the Halloween version, and I'll give Wasp as the best cover I've ever heard of Locomotive Breath. It's so good. But like I said, with same thing with like She at the Kiss version and She, the Wicked Lester version. Well, then take the Wasp version and then listen to the Jethro Tull version, and it's quite different. Same structure, but there's some really good piano intro. I don't mind it at all. Locomotive Breath. I knew it already, but it's actually a good song. So that one also I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. So 2 9s, My God, and Locomotive Breath. Then next up, well, the album ends up with Wind Up. That one I'm going to give a 6.5. It's a good rockin' closer, but there's too much acoustic at the end, I find, that just kind of like, okay, like, it's not how I would end an album there. But yeah, 6.5 out of 10 for Wind Up. And the total for this album, which actually was higher than I was expecting with those folk fluff duds there, 6.9 out of 10. I did enjoy this album more than I thought I would. At times, they sound like light Blue Oyster Cult. There was one song, it's almost like the beginning of, what's a song off Mirrors there? First song of his. Now I'm what the hell was that song by Blue Oyster Cult? It's off of Mirrors. And bet you I'm gonna get. No, I'm not gonna remember it now. There. All right, Blue Oyster Cult Mirrors. We are. Come on, open up, Jesus Christ. The Vigil. The Vigil? That one there, yeah. Kind of reminds me of that. Like the Vigil BOC reminds me of, well, I guess this reminds me of Blue Oyster Cult Mirrors because this came a lot, well, not that long, 5 years before. But yeah, 6.9 out of 10. So, yeah, say hello to my first Jethro Tull album. Will I be getting any more? We'll see there. My friend Pascal's like, he is not buying any more Jethro Tull because he goes, E. Anderson's voice is completely shot. And he's probably got a range of 5 notes. And I'm like, okay. And then I listen to this, I'm like, okay, well, has he always sounded like this? Because to me, that's like he's got a range of 6 notes in this album here. I don't find he's the best vocalist ever there, but his flute playing is actually very good there. So that is my review of Jethro Tull's Aqualung, suggested by at Michael B 5150. So thank you for the suggestion. That was completely out of my comfort zone. It was good. Let me put it that way. It was good. I wouldn't say great, but of all Jethro Tull albums, I'm glad you suggested this one because it had 3 songs I knew and I totally respect and love. So there you go. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. Keep those suggestions coming in the comments, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.